Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, we are continuing our ongoing coverage of the civil war taking place inside of the former state of Ethiopia. And today, we continue to get information coming in about a buildup of B loyalist forces along the shared border with the Tigray region. Some reports indicate that this buildup is rather significant and could be an indicator to a possible renewed invasion of the Tigray region by the ENDF, the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, or what we like to call it, the Abiy Loyalist Forces. Now, is that what we're getting ready to see? Well, anything's possible. We do know, as we had talked about in the previous video, that the Abiy Loyalist forces really took a mauling inside of the Tigray region, and then further in battles that took place in the northern and eastern Amhara region, especially around cities such as Kobo, Weldia, Mercer, Dessie, Kombolcha, running kind of from a north to south axis towards eventually towards Addis Ababa. But the type of damage that was taken, especially in equipment and personnel losses, again was incredibly significant. We know that vast stores of ammunition and supplies, when the TDF, the Tigray Defense Forces, rolled into Dessie and Kombolcha, seized control of those areas, huge amounts of ammunition and supplies were seized by the retreating Abiy Loyalist forces, and especially just to the north of Dessie. They had areas. I believe this is a university. Warlord University had been turned into a sizable military camp and a recruitment center for Abiy Loyalist forces. And the TDF came in, seized control of this mountain range just to the west of Warlord University, and then proceeded to attack and destroy ENDF personnel, Abiy Loyalist forces, and then seizing control of Warlord University, and then moving into the rest of Dessie. And again, large amounts of ammunitions and weapons were seized in seizing control of this area. Now, after the TDF had moved in and continued to proceed south, we did see, and we have been seeing, large-scale recruitment of Abiy Loyalist forces, conscription taking place. So they have been able to keep up in terms of the deployment of manpower, but how good those forces are in terms of training and then being equipped to eventually possibly move back into the Tigray region, we just don't know at this point. So there seems to be two possible trains of thought in the ENDF or Abiy Loyalist camp. One is that they are positioning forces in preparation for a renewed Tigray Defense Force push either into the Amhara region or possibly into western Tigray to reclaim western Tigray. Also, on one hand, there is thought that certain elements in the Abiy camp would like to see a joint operation back into Tigray with the support of the Eritrean army and Afar regional forces as well, in conjunction with Amhara regional forces. But there are elements within the Abiy Loyalist military that understands that the force that they have constructed along the Tigray border or are moving towards the Tigray border, while significant in numbers, are simply not that well trained, and furthermore, they do not have the logistical capability to continue operations deep into the Tigray region and hold territory if they take areas in the Tigray region. So They're unsure if they would see the same type of success as they did before when they moved in and were able to seize control of Mekelle. It will be much more difficult with a fully mobilized Tigrayan defense forces. If we do see it, we'll probably see much heavier fighting taking place in around Alamata, and we will just simply not see the rapid advance that we saw before in a much more well supplied B loyalist force, or ENDF, that had previously invaded the Tigray region. So again, one train of thought: it is a defensive in nature. This very significant buildup that is being reported about. And then two, again, the possibility of some sort of direct action against the Tigray region is also a possibility as well. Again, my train of thought is, again, the capability just isn't there to mount a successful reinvasion of the Tigray region, and then furthermore, having the logistical ability to maintain control of large areas. If they were not successful the first time with a better trained force, then who's to say they're going to be successful the second time with a force that has been mauled in combat and just is not the same force that had been deployed prior. But ultimately, only time will tell who is going to move on who first. Tensions continue to rise and mount, and again, we will continue to monitor, report, and watch this very closely. Thank you for joining us, and we'll have more to come very soon.